Good day, very warm welcome to you as together we embark on another meditation experience. And I've always loved this image of the tree that tends to pop up a lot in spiritual symbolism. And for myself, I was just at the Parliament of World Religions, and we talk about the tree of religions, and it was so wonderful. I felt like I was walking through the tree. It was really wonderful. I appreciate very much this opportunity to really peek into kind of what's going on in other people's heads, what's meaningful to them, what's sustaining them. And so we have this image of the tree, and quite frankly, it's not just the tree of religions, but my feeling is each of us actually has a tree in our own head, lots of different ideas. And when you look at the tree, there's a huge expansion as you get to the periphery at the top. I had an assignment in art school one time where we had to sketch a tree. And I spent hours there sketching this thing. It was a pencil sketch, hours and hours, and I only scratched the surface. There was to draw every leaf and every twig is impossible. There's so much expansion. So I think this is why souls do abstract versions. But it was a wonderful experience again to just appreciate how much expansion is possible, not just in the world, but in my head. And so we create thousands of thoughts every day, sustaining that tree. But sometimes we get a little tired of all of that expansion, and we're not quite sure how to rein things in, bring things back to the point, the seed. So this is a practice I enjoy very much, about addressing the tree in my head. So sitting comfortably and with just one thought, I bring in front of my mind's eye the image of a tree, the whole tree, from underground, the roots and seeds, all the way up to the top, that expansion of leaves, very full grown tree, a wonderful image. And I imagine that every leaf on that tree is a thought. This is the tree in my head. Thousands of thoughts every day. Sometimes I may not enjoy the thought. I'd like it to end. So I try cutting off or pruning or violently addressing, repressing. But today, to transform, to replace, to address this tree by moving to different aspects of the tree, getting closer to what's sustaining the whole tree. All those thoughts sustained by the roots and the seed. And so as my vision rests on the periphery, that expanse of leaves, those thousands of thoughts, I start to notice that those leaves are batched around twigs and branches, that there are themes these thoughts emerge from. I follow those branches and twigs with my mind's eye. Further down, notice they're attached bigger branches, more predominant themes. And those attach to even bigger branches. As my vision moves down, I'm starting to get some sense of order, understand. These thoughts are not random. I'm not being thumped. They are fueled by specific themes that are meaningful to me. Themes around personal value or dignity, security, comfort, belonging, self-respect. All those thousands of thoughts actually come down to just a few handful of themes, these big branches. The wonder of understanding this tree in my head. And if I follow that tree down to where all the branches attach, it's actually a single trunk. All those thoughts fueled, supported by a single theme, a single trunk. And that trunk looks like one particular letter of our alphabet, I. Who am I? The single theme that is driving the thousands of thoughts in my head. There is the I that appears above ground, the I present to the world. It's become, in some ways, an image based on physical appearance, relationships, roles I play, all temporary aspects. I've created an image based on temporal aspects of my physical life. That is what's driving those thousands of thoughts. My vision continues underground. What's invisible to the physical eye underground. I don't ever really go here. I'm so preoccupied with managing that image above ground, the physical one. But now I'm pulled to go below ground. My mind's eye rests there on the roots and the seed below ground. The roots are almost protecting the seed, not just being sustained from the seed, but protecting it as if rooting for a different sense of myself. One that's more timeless, more powerful, protected from external validation. These roots are the various qualities that are most important to me. Integrity, compassion, dignity, love, kindness, whatever qualities are most important to me. Those are all the roots that are gathered around the sea. A different kind of tree below ground. And those roots, ideally, they go deep, deeply meaningful to me. And finally, my mind's eye comes to the sea, and I can feel, even though it's completely invisible above ground, this is the most important part of the tree in my head. Long forgotten, considered far less valuable than the image above ground. There is no tree without this seed. The seed is that eternal, timeless, pure sense of self I have been seeking. The seed is self-respect, a vision of myself which is not temporal or physical. It's far deeper. I am far deeper than what meets the physical eyes. So much depth to the self that can never be understood by the color of the skin or the language I speak or the roles I play. Far deeper. I am that seed, a non-physical being. I am a soul. This wonder of nature. I am eternal. I sit in a temporary body, but I myself, I am eternal. I transcend time. I, the soul, an entity of such beauty, surrounded, protected, and also feeding all those qualities that are most dear to me. I am a spark of life and a spark of light, not needing to grip anything above ground tightly to feel any more valuable. Everything I need is here, below ground. The roots that emerge from me. I want to feed this aspect of myself, the true sense of self, and see how it changes. The tree in my head above ground, how the trunk begins to think and move with grace through the world, upright, and how my thoughts now emerge from themes of respect, cooperation, empowerment. The tree in my head is completely changed. just by going to seed. Om Shanti.